Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students and learners, I would like to say welcome in today's lecture. So, you know very well, we are at unit number 10 and our grade is 7. Now, our today's lecture is 3D. Now, let's start. Yes, our today's competency is reading and critical thinking, and lecture is 3D. My dear students, now before going to in detail of this topic, first of all, we have to understand the SLO. So let's come to the board and try to understand and dissect this SLO. Yes, SLO is starting with the verb, the action verb, that is interpret and integrate information from a variety of sources. Now, this is very brief SLO, but very comprehensive. Interpret, yes, interpret means understand and integrate and combine information from a variety of sources, from different sources. For example, picture, cues, timeline, and storyboard, which are mentioned in this SLO. So, dear students, after understanding and having a view of this SLO, we can clearly understand that first we have to interpret and then integrate information from different sources, and the sources are also mentioned in this SLO. So, now move to the next slide and have a vertical linkage and then brainstorming, and then we will go in detail about this topic. Now, let's start. Yes, this is vertical linkage. So, this is English 6. Interpret and integrate information from a variety of sources, from picture, cues, timeline, and storyboard. So, this is very clear. The same SLO is going on in these two levels 6 and 7. Move to the next slide. Yes, we have reached at the brainstorming. Brainstorm means, what do you mean by brainstorm? Brainstorm means we have to move our thoughts in our brain to connect with the topic. Yes, understanding a picture is like solving a mystery. Understanding a picture is like solving a mystery. For example, every detail is a clue that help us discover the story. It means that we have a picture of a story, right? Every detail is a clue that help us discover the story through the pictures. In the same way, reading a picture is like reading a map. Every part guides us to meaning. In this way, we have connected our topic, that is called interpret and integrate the information. So, let's move to the next slide. Yes, first of all, we will look at the topic interpreting information from different sources. Yes, look at this. What is the meaning of interpret information? Interpret means to understand something using clues. Yes, interpret means understand something by using clues. It is like being a detective who finds meaning from what they see or read. So, dear students, now we have full view of the definition of interpreting. Interpreting, you now very well know that interpreting is a process in which we try to locate with the help of the clues where the thing or where the targeted information is placed in the text. Now, move to the next point. Yes, after locating, now after knowing about the information, this is the next stage, that is integrate information. Integrate means to put information together. Integrate means put together. Put information together also means to collect clues from different places and combine them to understand the full idea. So, it is also very clear from these 2 points that first we have to interpret. Interpret means understand. Understand means what? With the help of clues, we understand some of part of the story, and after understanding the some part of the story, we will integrate all the clues, all the points to understand the full idea of the story or the text. Now, move to the next point of this topic. Yes, why this process? Why is it important? What is it important? The different sources and getting information and integrating information from different sources. Why this process is important? Because sometimes we do not only get information from words. Definitely, there are some texts in which words are very less, but the pictures and other sources are given. From those clues, from those things, we have to first of all understand and then integrate these information. We also get meaning from the first source is pictures. Sometime the text is in the form of pictures, and also there are given timelines or storyboards or charts or maps. Sometimes there are the combination of text and all these things. So good readers understand all these sources. So dear learners, now we have understand that all these sources are also along with the texts, and a good reader is that reader who have the ability to understand all the sources which are given in the text. Like we know very well there is a text, but along with these tests there are pictures, there are maps, there are timeline, there are storyboards as well are given in the text. So a good reader have the ability to read and understand all these clues or all these sources of information. Now move to the next part of the lecture. Yes, different sources of information. We have already discussed it, but right now look at this in another way. Pictures give clues to help us. First one, sources. The first source is what? Picture or pictures. Pictures give clues to help us understand what is happening. We look at people, objects, actions, expressions, plays from the picture, right? A picture of a boy holding a school bag. Clue, he is going to school. Yes, we are given with a task, and the task is given a picture, and in that picture a school boy is standing with his school bag, and that is backpacked. So we can get clue from that picture, the boy is ready for going to school. So in this way we get, first of all we understand from different clues. The clues, in these clues we can see he's wearing uniform, he has his bag, and he's ready for something, and for something is that he's ready for going to school. So this is our first source of getting information, that is called pictures. Now move to the next source of information. Yes, the next source of information may be timeline. A timeline shows events in order from first to last. It helps us understand when things happen. For example, 7 wake up, it means 7 p.m. 7:30 eat breakfast, 8 a.m. go to school. Clue, this shows the child's morning routine. So timeline may be in different ways. Timeline basically is a thing in which we show all the events which are going to happen in order wise. That is called what? This is called timeline. Yes. So dear students, our second source of information is timeline along with our text. And how we can get clues and how we can understand timeline. It is very, very easy right now after understanding this particular thing. Timeline basically is just like an alphabetical order, right? All the events which are going to happen, they are given in the chart form and they are in order wise. This is called timeline. And in timeline, the given source can give the time as well. Now move to the next source of information. Yes, that is called storyboard. If there is a picture and if there are other sources, if you are given with the storyboard, how we can understand and how we can get or integrate information from this source as well. A storyboard is a story told in small pictures, just in pictures or frames, right? Each picture shows what happens next. For example, girl wakes up, girl brushes her teeth, girl eats breakfast. Clue. This helps us understand the sequence of action. So we can say that storyboard or not with proper words or proper text, but they are just given with different types of pictures. We get information from those different parts of the pictures and we understand what is going to happen. This is called storyboard. Now move to the next part of information or the next type of information. Yes, that is combine the clues. Yes, put the clues together to understand the meaning. For example, picture rain plus boy holding umbrella. Yes, this is the picture. In that picture, there is a rain and a boy who is holding an umbrella. Timeline morning. Yes, the picture is clearly telling us the timeline is morning. And storyboard, boy leaving for school. In the time board, the boy is leaving for school. So we can get meaning, we can get and we can understand the boy went to school on a rainy morning. Yes. So, my dear learners, in this way, we can conclude by putting different clues together and we can conclude what is the meaning and what we can understand from these pictures. Now, move to the next slide. Yes, how to interpret and integrate information. Definitely, first of all, these are the steps by which we can interpret and integrate information from different sources. First of all, look carefully. What we have to look carefully, check the picture, timeline, or storyboard slowly. It means that we have to check, we have to observe all these sources like picture, timeline, or storyboard slowly, right? So that we can understand all the things easily. Next one is identify clues. The next point is identify clues from this picture. Now ask yourself, yes, if you want to identify clues from the picture, you have to ask some question from yourself. What do I see? What is the picture? What is in the picture? What is happening first? What is happening next? So, if we can identify the answer of these questions, we can easily interpret the information. And if we have reached at the correct information, then we will be able to integrate this information as well. So, dear student, this is the process in which we can easily understand and locate the clues. Now, move to the next slide and look at what is more for us to understand. Yes, how to integrate information. Number 3, the third point is combine the clues. Yes, put the clues together to understand the meaning. For example, picture rain boy holding umbrella, timeline morning, storyboard boy leaving for school, and the meaning and interpretation is this: the boy went to school on a rainy morning. So, after repeating the same point and after understanding time and again, we can conclude and we can understand the point very well. Now, move to the next point. Yes. Yes, you are given with simulation address, and by using this simulation, you can enhance your knowledge about the topic. And also, worksheet is here with you people, and these are our resources now in the form of PPT, along with worksheets, skill sheets, and question bank and lesson plan as well. So, my dear learners and students, you can get more information and you can get a lot of advantage by using these ready-made resources which are available for you people freely. Now, thank you so much for listening this lecture and understanding the topic. We will come again tomorrow with the new topic, with the new lecture. Till that time, take care of yourself a lot. Allah Hafiz.